Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility on this Wednesday. Wednesday is new review day here on the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 12th studio album from this Norwegian band on Charisma Records, Tusmørke Dawn of Oberon. I don't know about you guys, but I think that cover is pretty cool and creepy. Of course, Tusmørke, the great progressive rock band from Norway. So I'll read you some really cool, interesting stuff in a second, which is some cool, like, kind of little factoids that they kind of twist around a little bit for this new release. But anyway, let's show off the CD first before we get into all that. Kind of really interesting. Like I said, that this band is known for being one of the weirdest prog bands on the planet. Certainly one of the weirdest and strangest ones from Norway. And I kind of dig them for that because I like bands that are a little bit different. And let's take a look at the jewel case CD here, plus the booklet. A lot of good bands on Charisma Records, right? As well as Apollon Records, right? So got great stuff coming from Norway. They got some nice shots of the band right there. I love the cool black and white photography. It makes this look like something that came out in like 1971, like on the Vertigo label or something like that, right? So, of course, in the band, they've had some member changes, right? So we got Benedictator on Rickenbacker bass, Gibson Les Paul custom vocals, penny whistles, recorder, Mellotron, and Mini Moog. We've also got, hold on, there's more. Where did I leave off? Mini Moog, Minotaur, Roland keyboards, Yamaha, Glockenspiel, Flexitone, Yamaha P15, Chimera BC39, all sorts of stuff here. Vibra Slap, bell, table gong, finger cymbals, tambourine chimes, woodblock, congas, space drum, hand claps, mini Fugger. I mean, there's all sorts of weird stuff here I'd never even heard of before. Fender Twin Reverb. Tries to talk about the amps and stuff he's using. Fender Twin Reverb, Big Muff pedals, wah-wah, all sorts of stuff. They list everything they play here. So Benedictator we got there. Then also we've got Chrysler, Miramitsu on silver flute, vocals, hand claps, and congas. Steinway and Sons grand piano. What else? We've got Kuslen. Kuslen. George Heyman vibrasonic drums, and Aya, who's 2 years old, on spoken words on one track. So, because when they listed, they had two. Whatever. That's the lineup for the album, but there are four of them on front here, so that's kind of strange here. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, there's four of them on here, but they only list three people. Unless I'm just kind of, and the type is microscopic, right? So maybe I'm just kind of missing something here. But there are four folks in the band now, but there's only three listed. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to get too hung up on that. There is a new lineup of Tusmørke. Probably could look it up somewhere else and get more. Hold on, let me just bear with me a second, folks. Let's see, because I like to be exact as possible on this kind of stuff here. Let's take a look here. All right, so on this album, Benedictator, bass, guitars and vocals, Chrysler, flute and vocals, here we go, this is what I was missing there. Kjærjokkingen on keyboards and Kusken on drums. I don't see Kjærjokkingen listed anywhere on here, unless it's just this. What am I missing here? It could just be the way they have this laid out. His name is probably here, but it's all. Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's honestly it's a mistake in the printing of the booklet here, because they don't list his name here at all, but they've got all of the different keyboards listed here. So I think that's kind of a screw up in the booklet there. So all right, it's not just me. Anyway. Norwegian progressive rock. So here, I want to read you something from their Bandcamp page, which is pretty cool. It says, Tusmørke, arguably the most atavistically trollish, acid-drenched musical act ever to come out of the Kingdom of Norway, makes yet another eternal return, this time to take the fellow traveler on a subterranean expedition to the kingdom of the fair folk. Dawn of Oberon is the band's 12th album, released 12 years after their debut Under Jortskits, Tusmørke, in 2012. That's 12, 12, 12. That makes this album twice as a cult as 666. Couldn't have said it better myself. The band says, this record is a testament of the tumultuous time. We had a new drummer, Kusken, and a keyboard player, Herjok Kongen in 2022 and immediately started working on the epic Dawn of Oberon. This behemoth had been wallowing about since the start of the millennium, never quite finding its shape and form. We thought of this as a trial by fire to galvanize the new members. During jams, at rehearsals, and concerts, new themes emerged, resulting in a sort of sequel in the form of Dusk of Toblerone Part 1 through 5. Kuskin decided to quit after just 8 months. Oh, that sucks, so he's not in the band anymore, but agreed to document the time we had spent together. All the music was recorded in our rehearsal space and studio in 2022-2023. So there you have it. So basically the new lineup recorded this album, but then the drummer left, so now they're left without a drummer once again. So just there you have it. With the way members kind of come and go, and some of these bands is crazy. But anyway, you got the two main guys in the band, which is Chrysler and Benedictator. So yeah, so what's the album like? It's typical, very quirky, eclectic prog from Tusmørke. It's very Norwegian sounding. There's elements of kind of folky, folk rock, folk prog in here as well. It's very kind of mystical and spooky at times, but it's also pretty rocking at times. There's lots of flutes, lots of cool keys. There's great bass. There's just a good amount of guitar on here. And the vocals are very haunting, very different. The opening epic Dawn of Oberon is like 18 minutes long. It's really good. It's the best thing on this album. Not even close. All the prog tropes are here, the stops and starts, the just haunting dramatic keyboard swells, the intricate rhythms, great bass playing. Like I said, just enough guitar to make things interesting. The haunting vocals. It's very complex. It's woodsy. It's harder rocking. It's symphonic, everything you want. Then you got all the rest of the songs are a bit shorter. Born to be Mild, just under 4 minutes long. That's pretty nice. It's more like kind of like a folky prog song. It's good. Dwarfen Lord, it's just under 5 minutes. I like that. That's got a kind of like, some of the stuff has kind of like a Gentle Giant meets Canterbury flair on this album. I'm sorry, not Gentle Giant, Jethro Tull meets Canterbury Flair. Then you got Midsummer Nats Rum, whatever, 8 minutes long. That's also very, very cool. Just typical Tusmørke Norwegian prog. It's bizarre sounding, it's off the wall, it's folky, it's rockin', it's symphonic, all rolled into one. Then you got People View, shorter track. I think it's shorter, well, close to the shortest track on the album. And then the last song is Troll Mal, and I like that one quite a bit. Again, that's that Gentle Giant thing meets Jethro Tull. It's kind of quirky, it's complex, it's haunting, it's kind of psychedelic. There is a psychedelic vibe to this band. That's the weirdness that comes in here, which I think it's kind of psychedelic. It's kind of Canterbury-ish. It's symphonic prog. It's hard rock. It's Norwegian folk. It's like all these weird things. The vocals are always a little on the bizarre side, but they work, right? They're not your typical vocals at all, but they're not unappealing at all. It's just they're just a little bit different. So I don't know. I really like this a lot. I have grown to really, really enjoy this band, and I think this one is an easy 4 out of 5 star. Maybe not quite as amazing as their last album, which just only came out a year ago. But if you haven't heard that, that is really good. That is called Hesterhoven. That probably is, if not my favorite, it's one of my favorites from the band. But this is almost as good. Maybe not quite, but it's still really, really good. I tell you, though, for the title track alone, Dawn of Oberon, because that's, like I said, excellent song. Go check that out. I'm going to drop the link to the Bandcamp page down below so you can go investigate this, but definitely don't sleep on this one. If you like Norwegian prog or just like really quirky, different type of progressive rock with the Norwegian flair, you can't go wrong with Tusmørke Dawn of Oberon. Go check it out. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. We also have a membership now here on the channel, so you can join up. There's got a couple tiers for members if you want to contribute that way. So go check that out. You'll see the little join button by the subscribe button. It's a little bit different. You got to fight. It's got to search a little bit more for it on mobile, but it's there. So appreciate everybody who wants to sign up for that. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.